It's iconic because you can see it from almost anywhere you are in Astoria.
It's the landmark and legend that looms large above Oregon's very first city.
It's the most amazing story, and we are in the most amazing place in probably the entire world.
The story of the Astoria Column begins 100 years ago when a unique vision came down the tracks. In 1925, the president of the Great Northern Railroad wanted to promote train travel between the Midwest and Pacific Coast. His idea was to build a series of tourist attractions.
So he decided I'd create somewhere like 10 or 12 monuments along the way that my railroads could stop, and then you could get a little piece of American history. And this was the final piece of that puzzle.
The location for the route's final and largest monument would be Coxcomb Hill, the highest point in Astoria. Its design inspired by historic columns in Rome and Paris. The Astoria Column was built in just 7 months at a cost of less than $30,000, the equivalent of about $500,000 today. It was formally dedicated in July of 1926.
And they had this wonderful train trip that was really expensive, and the group ended here, and that's why they dedicated it July 22nd, even though the artwork wasn't done.
Ah yes, the artwork. The massive mural snaking around the column was made in an Italian engraving style called graffito. It depicts several scenes from Astoria's history, although primarily focused on European and American settlers.
So there are a lot of stories that aren't being told, just like in any textbook of the time period. People of color were not really addressed. Native Americans were kind of a footnote, but it is amazing the history that's on the column.
Of course, it's not just the history on display. For most visitors, it's well worth walking up 164 steps.
And when you make it to the top, you're treated to a view that stretches from the Coast Range to the Columbia, all the way out to the Pacific.
The view is unparalleled. On a glorious day like today, you just can't beat it.
Incidentally, the railroad's monument tour only lasted a few years, and most of the other sites fell into disrepair. In fact, today you can't even catch a passenger train to Astoria. Still, the column continues to thrive. An estimated 400,000 people visit every year. You can climb it for free, and for just $1, send a glider flying off the top. Bon voyage. Oh no! Oh, there he goes! There he goes! Look at that! The column is such a centerpiece of Astoria life that the Clatsop County Heritage Museum has put together an exhibit to celebrate its centennial. And the highlight? Personal pictures of the many, many memories made here through the generations.
You're celebrating Grandma's birthday, you're celebrating an anniversary, a prom. My daughter's very first date with her fiance now was climbing to the top of the column. On the anniversary of that first date, they recreated that, and he asked her to marry.
So while it began as a way to get people riding the rails, the Astoria Column is about much more than a magical history tour. It's a place where anyone can make history of their own for 100 years and counting.
Every visit to Astoria should begin on this site. It's just a great place to reconnect.